collectors, and print heads alike. I want to welcome you to my channel, Predator Collectibles. Now, if you by any chance are new to my channel specifically, I am your host, Glenn Taylor, and we take a look at anything from action figures, comic book statues, prop replicas, things that you can take home to add to your collection as a Predator fan. Now, in today's video, we're going to be looking at the 1/6 scale Jungle Hunter PVC diorama statue from Diamond Select Toys. I'm really excited to have this in my collection finally because it feels a very long time. It was literally, to my knowledge, an entire year since it was announced at Toy Fair 2019. This is now going to be coming up to Toy Fair 2020 next week, actually. And so it's been an entire year since this production process, and all the way from what you're seeing as a ZBrush rendering to its final product. And I'll show you more images of that coming up in this video. So I'm again really excited to show you what all this statue has to offer. So again, let's go ahead and start this review. Now, moving on with the hands-on approach with these reviews for the month of February, I will continue to do that for this channel because I really enjoy that approach. And because this particular statue is as big as I thought it was, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be this big. So I think a hands-on approach definitely is necessary for this 1/6 scale PVC diorama. Now, before I open the box, I definitely love how the box is. As you can tell, I have to overlook it, but overall I love how this looks. This actually does have the pretty much the Predator from 2018 type of motif, and that's because you'll notice the triangular bluish is from the movie 2018, The Predator. And I think that's what 20th Century Fox is wanting companies to do, I guess, as part of everything that's going on with the new products that are coming out. At least I'm kind of guessing this way. This is particularly the design that it is. But on the back, it definitely has where it states, "Deep in the jungle, several bodies have been discovered, skinned and hanging from trees, although who or what could have done this is a mystery. Military covert specialist Dutch and his team are called in to eliminate the threat, but once in the heart of the menacing jungle, they discover something far worse than they would have ever imagined. The Predator, an alien which has come to Earth with cloaking technology, extensive combat skills, and a desire to hunt humans for sport. This PVC diorama of the Predator is based on his appearance in 1987's The Predator. It is made of high-quality PVC and features detailed sculpting and paint applications designed by Caesar, sculpted by Alterton." Now, sculpted again by Alterton. Alterton is in fact a ZBrush artist, and the images you're looking at right now is his ZBrush sculpt of the PVC diorama 1/6 scale statue for Diamond Select Toys. He's done every other Diamond Select Toys gallery piece, such as Batman, Carnage, and a few others. So as you're looking at these images now, these are kind of like the front and back side-by-side comparisons to all of his work detail for the sculpt in ZBrush. And I think this is a fantastic, again, piece. Thank you, Alterton, for, again, sculpting it. So having said that, let's get him out of the box. I'm really excited to show you what all it comes with. So let's go ahead and get that done now. So we finally got him out of the box, and I'm loving this piece. This is fantastic and very big 1/6 scale. At least to my knowledge, this is 1/6 scale. So let's see. We take our tape measure, and I got the big, bold print. Let's see exactly where he stands. So overall, I think he's close to maybe about 11 or 12 inches. So maybe not exactly 1/6 scale. If anything, he probably more likely is at maybe 1/7 scale. But overall, I really do like this piece, mainly again because I do like the base. I love the terrain that he's standing on as far as sculpt and paint goes. The current paint app as far as his skin, I think could be definitely a lot better than what it is. And I notice, of course, that this bone or spinal column is rigid, so what you want to do is maneuver this as much over here to the back as possible. And it does not bend. This particular spinal column is not flexible at all, so you got to be extremely careful when you're moving it to the back of him, just like so. just make it a little bit much more accurate. Because again, I'm all about accuracy, I don't know why. It's just, it looks benefiting that way. And you do have trophies, necklaces at the front, spinal column towards the back. And I couldn't help but realize, yep, up close and personal, I'm actually missing a dreadlock right here. And that's really unfortunate. I don't know how that happened. I'm not even sure where it went, but that's something that I'll definitely have to definitely make an exchange about. That's sad. Okay, so I'm missing a dreadlock. Not sure how that happened. Now, what you'll also find is, again, in this image, he is actually, again, taken in piece by piece apart at like a model kit when it was ZBrush by Alderton, the sculptor. And you can actually see some of the pieces or seams where they put it back together again, like right here on this arm. And there was another part where it was put together here right on their computer gauntlet. So there are seam lines, whereas a 3D printed sculpt was put together in ZBrush, 3D printed and then put back together like a model kit, and you have now the finished product sitting in front of you. That's, again, neither a problem to me, and this is made out of PVC, which stands for polyvinyl chloride, and is one of the most used or third used synthetic plastic polymers used in the world, right up there with polyethylene and polypropylene. So as far as plastic goes, that's probably about the cheapest route to go with PVC. Similar, like your plumbing pipes are made out of PVC plastic, rigid plastic. So again, this is a rigid PVC plastic as well. So I really, again, do like this statue. However, I'm noticing, again, seams, the paint could be a little bit much more better. And I also noticed that too with the gauntlets, these are flexible. So this is more of a flexible PVC. So these can, I think, have a tendency of breaking if you're not careful at all. So you have to be very mindful about that. The spinal column is rigid, so that can break, but I highly doubt it will. But I'm just giving you an FYI in case you definitely don't want to throw this around just because it's plastic. It's rigid plastic and it can break because it was put together piece by piece like a model kit. So even the hoses are not flexible, those are rigid as well. But overall, yeah, I really do love this piece. I love the scale of it. It has no movable parts other than maybe, again, the gauntlet blades. But I really do love the sculpt, and I love how big this is at 12 inches. I thought it was going to be 1/6 scale, which normally could be between 13 or 14 inches, but he's only around maybe 11.5 to 12 inches. I really like this statue a lot. I want to love it, but I think in relation to scale, the paint app could definitely have been a lot better. Overall, I think for price point is something that you have to keep in mind at $44.99 or $53.99, depending upon where you get it from. I understand this is not a high-end quality statue. It's made out of PVC or polyvinyl chloride. It's just one of those, plastics that is synthetic. It's cheap, so the paint app, it could be very well cheap as well. And I know that this is not a Sideshow piece or XM or Prime 1. Even with Sideshow, they definitely missed the mark on the 1/4 scale Jungle Hunter maquette. So I know that there are going to be hits and misses regardless of company. I do love, however, the execution of the sculpt as well as everything else. But again, paint, the accessories are definitely something that could have been better. The fact that I'm missing a dreadlock, I don't know how that happened. I looked around all over the floor for it. I looked it in the box. So I think that's something that I overlooked when I was opening the box and realized, oh, I'm missing a dreadlock. So that's something that I have to now exchange and try to get a better statue with no missing pieces in it. So I will definitely, unfortunately, have to send this back and get an exchange. Now, I do love Diamond Select Toys as a company. They offer a great many offering products like the ones behind me, the Bus Bank or the Vinimate. Also, they have, as you see behind me, the lunchbox with, of course, the thermos that does give you the option of drinking out of it. So I think that is really cool as well. So yeah, Diamond Select Toys definitely has something to offer all Predator fans as far as usable merchandise, and I think that I will definitely be keeping this around once I get my exchange coming in the mail. But do I recommend this for you? Absolutely. Do I think everything could have been better? I think everything can be better as far as improvement of paint and things like that on most products. But I definitely love the sculpt of the mask. It definitely reminds me of the Alien vs. Predator 2010 game, and that's why I use it in the thumbnail. But I want to know what your thoughts though are. Leave them down in the comments below if you like this piece, if you already have it in your collection. Based on this review, do you plan on getting it, or do you feel that Diamond Select Toys missed the mark? And also keep in mind that next week is indeed my live stream on February 29th. We're going to be talking about everything from Prime 1 at Wonderfest in Japan. We're also going to be talking about New York Toy Fair 2020, what NECA has to offer, and a few other toy companies for the Predator franchise. So if you are a Predator fan like me, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. If you like products like this or reviews, give me a thumbs up. It does help out the channel. It also helps you to let you know when my videos are going to be uploaded. So if you are going to be on my live stream, make sure again you make that date February 29th, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And until I see you then, happy hunting.